Hey, what up, y'all? Mr. Cruz here, the hardest worker in the room, back with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek at a brand new plugin called Thickify. But before we get to the video, I do want to shout out BeatStars. BeatStars is the #1 platform for selling beats. If you are a producer and you are not selling your beats on BeatStars, you are missing out. The great thing about BeatStars is they're not just giving you a platform to sell your beats on, but they also provide a website with the Pro membership. Now, the Pro page, it gives you a lot of different features and a lot of different capabilities for you to edit your Pro page to make it custom and to make it unique and to make it on par with your branding. Now, if you're not great at graphic design or web design, they have dozens of templates for sale that you can buy that are super duper cheap. It's practically a fraction of the cost that it would take for you to pay a web designer to design a website for you. BeatStars already has it included. If you're interested in joining BeatStars, hit the link in the description and make sure to use my code CRU230 and I'm going to hook you up with your first month for free on any paid membership that you buy with BeatStars. All right, let's get to the video. Now, full disclosure, this video is sponsored by Rocket Powered Sounds. Rocket Powered Sounds are the developers of this Thickify plugin that we're going to be taking a look at. However, my thoughts, my opinions, my insight, my take on this, it's all going to be 100% general. I have yet to use the plugin at all. So we're kind of just going to get first impressions look at what this plugin can do. Usually this is a saturation plugin. So usually I would throw saturation on my kick, my 808, and drums sometimes, maybe on some sort of instrument. So what I'm gonna do for today's video is we're gonna throw it on a kick, we're gonna throw it on an 808, and then we're gonna use it on this vocal sample, this vocal chop that I have here, and kind of see what it does to it. In case you don't know, saturation is different from distortion, but we're not gonna get into like all the details of that. We're just kind of gonna dive in and see what we can do. Make sure that it's not bypassed if you watch my TikTok or one of my shorts. So this right here, this is Thick Boy Johnny. Watch him get big. The gains. Thick Boy Johnny here. So this knob here pretty much does what a saturation plugin would do, which is to saturate your sound. Well, again, different from distortion. Saturation is more harmonic than distortion, and that's what this knob here does. It just affects how much saturation is taking place. It has this tone slider down here that allows you to narrow down or to pick what frequency range you want the saturation to take effect in. The stress knob here pretty much drives more signal, more of your input signal into the saturation plugin, into Thickify. So this is pretty much like an input knob. And then here, this drive knob is a it's just additional distortion for this. Again, saturation is different from distortion, but this drive knob here adds distortion, a specific kind or a special kind of distortion. All right, so let's go ahead. I have it on this kick here and we're just gonna listen to it and see what we can do with it. All right, I think that definitely gives it a lot more punch. If you kind of listen to it a little bit, I was messing with this tone fader just to see what it does. Obviously on a kick, I want the low end is like the powerful part, right? That's what I really want to hear. So when I moved it up here, I was really impressed that it takes out, it does not focus at all on the low end. So it almost seems like this tone knob or this tone slider is more of a bandpass filter for Thickify, but that's pretty cool that you can kind of narrow what frequencies you want to impact with Thickify. All right, next let's throw it on this 808 and see what that sounds like. Let's get this 808 to sound nice and thick and crunchy. I literally made the joke earlier about, hey, if you saw my short, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I was manipulating and messing with knobs and faders, and I did not have my plugin enabled. Stupid. Now let's see what this drive knob does, because on the 808, that would be really nice to have saturation and distortion all at once. I'm not hearing much of a difference with this drive knob. I would probably just ride that fader more to give it that distorted feel. And let's see what this tone knob will do to the 808. All right, that sounds really good. I really like the sound that I'm getting out of those two. Let's throw this. I have this vocal chop here, this vocal sample. All right, we're gonna throw that on there and kind of see what we come up with. But I want to put it first on my signal chain because I want the saturation to take place before the EQing and before the delay. And this EQ is just a bandpass kind of in the middle to give it a little bit of a telephone-esque effect. But let's see what we do with saturation. And let's see if we can, on this one, you'll probably notice a bit more of a difference. Ooh, that sounds good. See, on this one, I can tell, I can hear more of the distortion, more with the drive knob than I did with the other one. So that one sounds really good right there. Let's see what it sounds like all together. Yo. I'm feeling what it did to this right here. Out of everything that I've heard, I really like how it changed the character of this this vocal sample that I had it on. So that sounds really good. As far as like the kick and the 808, I mean, I think it's a saturation plugin, so I think it does its job. You know, I think most saturation plugins you'll probably get the same effect. The main benefit that I see from using Thickify over any other saturation plugins that are out there that are probably like super popular is the inclusion of a gain knob or a gain fader right here, because saturation, anytime you use an effect, it's gonna change the dynamics of your sound. So having this here to be able to properly mix it is huge in my opinion. It's a big thing for me. But overall, I'm more than likely gonna replace Thickify with other saturation plugins that I'm more accustomed to, that I've been using for years, primarily because of the gain fader that it has right here. The stress, you know, being able to drive that input into it more. Looking at my boy Thick Boy Johnny, you know, getting buff in the gym, getting swole, all about them gains. But homeboy looked like he kind of skipped leg day for a second. But yeah, there you go. Thickify by Rocket Powered Sounds, man. If you guys are interested in checking the plugin out, hit the link in the description. I'm going to leave a link where you guys can purchase the plugin on your own, or I am going to pick one lucky viewer who likes and comments below, and I'm going to send you a copy of Thickify completely for free. So that's what I got for you guys. Of course, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Mr. Cruz. Out.